Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Hall. Today we have the top 8 game from the recent Battle of Blackwater Bay, the Road to Stahleck event. On the left, running Targaryen Rose, we have Kostas, and he has set up Khal Drogo, Viserion, and Illyrio's estate. And on the right, we have Isian, and he is running Greyjoy, Reigns of Castermere, and he has set up a Lordsport Shipwright and a duped Victarion. So I will apologise in advance for this video. For the first turn at least, it takes quite a while to get through marshalling, so if you want to skip ahead, then please do. But we have plots have been decided. And we have trading into Time of Plenty. So there's going to be a lot of characters. So Kostas is first player. Both players draw 3. So Kostas will have himself 9 gold to play with, plus his reducer. So we get a dupe for Viserion. A Plaza of Pride, so standy shenanigans. Although can be countered by the Lordsport Shipwright. And we have Pyromancers. So he still has himself 4 gold to play with. And the other card we've had out is a Viserion. So we go over to Isian now for his marshalling. We have the... I believe that's the Iron Fleet Scout. So as I mentioned, first round marshalling does take a fair while, so if you would want to skip ahead a couple of minutes, then feel free to do so. But we do have the Iron Island market being played, and Melt's gain 1 gold. So it's his limited location, and you'll only get 1 gold until Kostas has a lot more characters in his discard pile. So 8 or more cards. So whether he can get that many to get the full use out of it or not, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you? So Lordsport gets Nelt. Kneels out the Plaza. He's got 9 gold to play with. So Victarion now has himself an Intrigue icon. So we have Varys. He's got another copy in his hands. Looks like he's got Theon as well in there. And he's duped. And he's paid 2 for, looks like Pike. So with that on the board, he can kneel it and give a character stealth. So into challenges now. Kostas has himself 3 gold and Isian has none. And it's Kostas' challenges. So with Drogo being on the board, he can do 2 military challenges. So he's got enough icons to do all 4 challenges if he wants to. And of course, because the Lord Sport now out Plaza, he can't do any standing shenanigans this turn. So we have an intrigue coming in with the Pyromancers. That's gone unopposed. So we do have a Renly's Ride in hand from what I can see on Kostas. So we've got military. Just with Drogo. Now he can defend this if he wants to, but then he can't defend the other one, so he's not declaring any defenders. Kostas chucks in Renly's Ride. So doesn't add any strength because there's no character in the dead pile, but Drogo does then get Intimidate. So very spicy. So he gets the unopposed. Isian takes the dupe from Victorian. And then for his pledges, he gets himself knelt as well. So then an unopposed power. Of course, nothing to steal. And no more challenges. So keeping Viserion standing just to tease a Dracarys. Of course, you have to play around with it when you go up against Targaryen, and Kostas does like his Dracaryses. He managed to absolutely destroy me with them in our top 8 game at Northampton Regional. So it's a nice play, because it can... Isian has to think, does he want to chuck Varys in, potentially lose him out completely? And it also helps Kostas, to an extent, defend his hand as well. Could be a very good bluff, could not be. So, no challenges from Isian. Kostas takes Dom. And we are 5-0 to Kostas at the end of turn 1. So we're into dominance actions, and Isian's just deciding whether he wants to Varys or not. To wipe or not to wipe, that is the question. So, no actions. So, very interesting. So we have confiscation into counting coppers. So Victorian no longer gets his intrigue icon. Kostas gets to choose who's first player. Kostas has decided to go first. So Isian now pumps up his hand a bit more. But it's going to be slightly behind on the economy side. So Kostas is spending 4. Oh, Crown of Gold's Varys. Ouch. Oh. Varys gets slapped by RNG. Poor Baldy. And that's Kostas' marshalling done. Nice and simple there. Still sat on 1, so he can tease out the Dracarys. Isian then nils out his market, gets his 3rd gold, and decides to nil the plaza again. We get a 2nd market. So he's back to 2 gold. And a 2nd Lord Sport. So he's still got quite a way to go before he gets any use out of those markets. Kostas at the moment's only got 2 cards in his discard pile. And we've got Victorian duped. And that is Isian done. So Kostas starts off with the military with Drogo. So Isian lets it go unopposed. Takes the Nelts Lord Sport as claim. Then we've got an unopposed power. So just somebody wants to block. So it's going unopposed. So this is starting to snowball a bit for Kostas. We get Silence Cruise taken for claim as well. So Kostas is going in for his second military. So Kostas then wins the, or loses the military, but gets Victorian now. And then Isian goes in for an unopposed intrigue challenge. So he's clawing a couple of power back. Kostas then takes claim, so it's now 10-2 at the moment. Ooh, we have... Ooh. Kostas guessed it correctly. Isian flips into Valor, and Kostas has riddled it. So Valor will trigger off twice. Victorian's going to die. Good trade for Kostas. Anticipating the Valor coming. And the trade-off there, getting rid of Victorian as opposed to getting rid of the Viserions. Kostas gets to choose who's first player now. So Kostas is taking first player. So he drops himself back down to 8 power now. Isian then goes down to 1. And the board is wiped. Kostas is looking in a bit of a better position at the moment. Isian's market still aren't going to trigger off. Isian's going to be sat on 5 gold, plus he's going to have the Plaza. He does have a Dracarys in hand. So this could be very interesting depending on what he gets out. So we've got a Targaryen list down. So Neil's a Targaryen list. To make, drum roll, another Targaryen list. They're cloning themselves. So second one gets an out. And we have Drogon. Ooh. And Marge as well. Ooh. So he's managed to fill his board up quite nicely. We've got a Mines out from Isian now. So he's got 3 gold to play with, having used the markets. The question is, can he marshal more than one character? So he's got Theon in hand. He's got the Reader. Yep, so Theon's out. So a new version of Theon working quite nicely. Because whilst he's attacking alone, any character that's got a higher strength than him does not contribute its strength to the challenge. And with him only being strength 2, makes it quite nice. So we've got a military challenge from Kostas. Which then went unopposed. So someone managed to blank out and miss that. Iron Mine saved him. And then we've got unopposed intrigue. Out comes Balon. And Kostas passes. So unopposed power challenge. So no claim because of Valor. And then Dom is a tie. So Kostas is now back up to 10 power. Isian's now got himself back to 2. Can Isian get back into this? Can Kostas close it out? So that looked like Isian had a summer harvest there from what I just managed to glimpse of it. Yep, so we've got summer harvest into counting coppers. So Kostas has made Isian first player. Sorry, I should say Isian made himself first player, sorry. So Isian's going to get himself 4 gold. And then Neil's out the market for another 2. So we've got Asher out. And he passes. So this could be a very interesting turn then. So we've got Rose Road. And Kostas has passed. So challenges from Isian. So he does a military and stealths. Uses the Iron Fleet Scout to protect her from Dracarys for the challenge.
Representing your country and everything. Look, some people don't see the world in colours, alright? Leave your judgment out of Blondie. Yeah.
So Kostas is letting it go on a post. Asher then stands. And one of the Targ loyalists dies for claim. So we've got power challenge stealthing the Targ loyalist, which Isian lets it go unopposed. So interesting. So if he wants to stop this, he's got to go all in. Oh, this is very nice from Kostas. So we know we've got a Dracarys in hands. Isian might think he's gotten away with it. So, yep. Plaza. Here comes the burn. Yep. And then Theon dies to the burn. Kostas wins the challenge and Asher goes for claim. Oof. That's painful. And then 2 unopposed challenges. Plus Dom will be a tie. So Kostas is now up to 12. Isian's at 4. So with Isian having used his Valor, surely this should just be a case of Kostas closing this out next turn. So we've got a close call into Marched. So Isian's going to go first. Kostas is close called at Drogo. So 6 gold for Isian to play with. So we've got Chud. And we've got the Reader. And he sits on 1. So he does have another Khal Drogo in hand. Ooh. So reducer from 5. And there he is. He's back out. Risen from the dead. And Kostas is sat on 1 gold. And looks like another Dracarys in hand as well. So Isian's challenges then. Kostas is done. So triggers Pike to give the Reader stealth. It's going to do Intrigue. And then Iron Fleet Scout to make him Strength 6. Oh, yeah. Here goes the Reader. So Reader gets burnt. Oh, and it turns out he does have all 3 Dracarys in hand. So Isian's going to win it by 2. He's not going to get to trigger Reigns off. It is going to be unopposed though. And the Plaza gets sowed. So it gets his unopposed. Goes for claim. And then once we've done claim, poor Reader is going to die. And then there we go. So unopposed power challenge. And Kostas takes the top 8. Kostas progresses to the top 4. And commiserations to Isian. Congratulations to Kostas. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked this, give us a like, subscribe. If there's anything you feel that I did wrong or could be improved in the video, drop us a comment. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.